Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and I'd like to share with you 5 steps to gaining a new perspective. So first of all, think about a time when you've been in the midst of a important challenge, you're working on a major project, or maybe you're just slogging through trying to solve a pervasive issue, and then you hit a wall. Your burst of energy, your creativity is dissipating, and your initial accelerated progress has really slowed to a snail's pace. So you and your team are stuck, and you find it difficult to break through to the next level of innovation and advancement. So how do you move forward? You need a new perspective. You need to look at the challenge from a different angle using a different lens with a fresh set of eyes. So what do? I have 5 steps for you. Number 1, take a break. Call it a vacation, a staycation, take 4 hours off, just go do something fun. But give your mind a break from what you are normally doing to think different thoughts and even to use a different side of your brain. The other important thing is to get enough sleep. Research says that CEOs on average get 7 hours of sleep. Now, if CEOs of major companies can do this, I think you can too. Second step is invite input from others. So certainly you want the smartest minds that you have in the organization working on a problem, but sometimes the best mind is a mind that has no familiarity with your issue. So find stakeholders who you haven't involved in the past, find people who really know nothing about it and review it with them and introduce them to your challenge. They'll ask some questions that you never even thought of. But invite those outside opinions and those outside minds to provide input to your challenge. Number 3, sit in a different chair, and I mean that literally. Typically we go into a conference room, the same conference room, and we sit in about the same spot, and you almost know who's missing from the room by what chairs are vacant. But this time, sit on the opposite side of the room, or meet in a totally different room, or meet outside, or meet in a totally different location. When you really come out of your normal spot where you tend to think the same things over and over again, you can find that you have a different perspective on the challenges that you're facing. Number 4, assume a different point of view. So take on the persona of somebody else that you work with who you may not always agree with, you may not always think like this person, but just kind of try to embed yourself in their brain and think about how Joe or how Jane might come at this problem. And the point is you're exercising your brain to use different connections and to think of things from different angles and really look at it from a different point of view. And number 5, reflect. We all need some quiet space and quiet time where we can reflect on the challenges that we're faced with. We sometimes have to step out of the middle of the crisis, out of the middle of the whole mess of issues that we're in, and go someplace different and sit quietly and reflect. I find I do some of my best thinking that way. And then you just have to practice. So I know whenever I'm working on a project with a client, I'm always going to allow 24 to 72 hours between different phases and different parts of it because I need to walk away from it, clear my mind, think about other things, and come back and look at the work that I've already started, and I'll be able to think more critically about it and add greater value, better value to the things that I'm working on. So you just practice this. You can always find several of these steps to use on the project that you're working on. But the bottom line is find a new perspective to open up new opportunities. I hope that you found this helpful, and thank you for listening.